Let's start on top with Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi. If it was not for the G1, I could see maybe some argument for it. But to be quite honest, I think like Jon Moxley needs to win this. I think he will win this. And it's in the absence of CM Punk, I think that you want to put it on as big a star as possible, and that's Jon Moxley. But I'm expecting a hell of a match between these two.
Me too. Absolutely.
And they have a lot to follow.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I mean, this will be definitely one of the latest match. I mean, are we in agreement that this is the headliner?
100%. Yeah,
I think
I
so
can't
too.
see anything else closing the show.
Even because it's an interim championship match. I mean, the fact that it's a singles match and the fact that it has the longest build of any of the other ones tells you that it should be the main event. It'll be hot. The crowd will be the hottest they will be for it. And we have like really Jon Moxley to thank in many ways for this entire thing, don't we? You know, the fact that he is truly the catalyst, is he not? And also the fact that he happened to be building this program with Hiroshi Tanahashi that they could fall back on when CM Punk dropped out. So the crowd will be hot for it. The match will be fantastic. I think their styles will match up really well, with Moxley being just so fantastic in so many different ways, between his submission work to his brawling to just like the intensity in general. And Hiroshi Tanahashi, possibly the greatest, babyface underdog in all of professional wrestling. So,
and let's as well, for all of these New Japan stars, they're wrestling in front of 15,000 people that can all cheer, and they're all gonna have an extra pep in their step on Sunday with that kind of crowd. And I imagine for some of them, it's gonna be very emotional just to have cheering fans that they have been deprived of for the better part of 2 years.
Absolutely agreed. This is also a crowd that will see every single New Japan star on this show as a novelty and as a star. Yoshihashi is going to get a hell of a reaction. Okay,
I don't know about that one.
I think so. I think Goto will.
If it's early enough, maybe we'll see. Yoshihashi is he will be accounted for here. Then we have the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match. Jay White defending against Kazuchika Okada, Hangman Page, and Adam Cole. Certainly, if there was a title change, that would be something very significant on this show. And I would certainly want to have some outcome that's really shocking to people. I just cannot see it being this one.
So what do we know about Okada? He's in the G1.
He's in the G1. His wife is expecting their child in August.
Okay.
And this is her birthday weekend, I believe. So he's doing this show.
He's going to have to zoom in. I hope the wife won't be doing much traveling right now. Now that she's pregnant, I suppose. But yeah, man. So are we discounting Okada for those reasons?
I just why do the title change last week if or at Dominion?
To have some news coming out of Dominion, and possibly having some news coming out of Forbidden Door as well.
I was going to say that like New Japan does not do that with their title, but since the whole double title thing, like they are a bit more loose with this championship. I just think that like that's so diminishes Jay White going into this G1 to have another reign where it's just so nothing, that I just cannot see that happening. The idea, honestly, I think it would have been a super cool idea if like Hangman somehow came out of this and then he's taking a spot in the G1, but I don't see that happening either. And I see no chance of Adam Cole winning this. And I think Adam Cole is here to take the fall. I'm expecting, maybe I'll be surprised, but I'm expecting like the safe finish here, that it's going to be Jay White retaining and probably pinning Adam Cole and creating like that further issue between Jay White and Adam Cole.
Yeah, that is my feeling as well. I think it's a safe bet. These types of shows are a bit more kind of interesting to predict because of all the politics involved with the companies. I don't know if they're as free to do something shocking for the sake of like having a show with some newsworthy event attached to it, like the WWE might be able to, or like AEW might be able to.
This is what I want. I want this show to happen, and then I want Tony Khan to go on like Jericho show or someone, and then he goes through and it's like, okay, this is the outcome. This is what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Totally. Absolutely. At some point, maybe we'll get that. But no, I don't see much surprise here. I agree with what you laid out.
Another four-way. Pac, Miro, Malakai Black, and Clark Connors, who is in, hands down, the biggest match of his life. And I always like situations like that. Yeah, it sucks that Ishii isn't in this, but here's someone that is coming out to have like the greatest match of his life and performance against three tremendous talents. Who do you see winning the All Atlantic Championship? Way, who will represent everyone's favorite ocean?
Okay, well, don't think it'll be Clark Connors, even though I think he would have the biggest claim to it. You know, being somebody who lives in LA. Oh wait, no, he wouldn't at all. That's the Pacific. What am I saying? At least he is from a country that is bordering the Atlantic Ocean.
Maybe he'll rename it the Pacific.
The Pacific. Okay. No, but truly though, he's the only he's American. Okay. Pac from, I guess, England. Does England touch the Atlantic? It does, of course. Yeah, it does.
Yes,
what am I saying?
Yes.
So Pac would have a claim as well. Miro, certainly not. Amsterdam, I don't think so. So all that said, there's a ton of momentum behind Miro right now. He's going through an entire storyline talk with God. I don't know if this would end it. Like if he won the championship, would he forgive God if he won the All Atlantic Championship?
You know, it'd be the best. He wins this title and he takes it to a mountaintop and sacrifices it to get access to God. And we never see this title.
He throws it into the ocean.
Yes. That's what this should end with. This game thrown into the ocean.
Yes.
Come and get me, God.
Part of the story I feel like has been Miro saying, like, I mean, he's pissed off at God because he is champion, right? And I somewhat feel like him winning any sort of gold that's not the world championship would diminish from whatever story he's telling. So I think I'm going to go with Malakai Black.
Yes. Wikipedia just updated for me as we've gone from 11 to 12 matches here. They've updated the buy-in matches. So it's literally growing here as I'm watching this. Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki. Is Minoru Suzuki considered a sex god too?
I mean,
the Suzuki god. No. All right.
He is quite the influencer on Instagram. So I don't see those types of pictures, but maybe he's got a private account.
Does Suzuki get his own entrance, or does he come out to Judas?
Oh God, that would be sad. He's getting his own entrance. He better.
And they will be taking on Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino. And the winning team receives the man advantage for Blood and Guts. Was this announced on Rampage?
I don't believe so, unless I mistook. But I believe
because they did tease that there would be something announced.
Yeah.
I thought on. Maybe they announced on the countdown. I don't know, but that's what's listed here, and that makes sense. So there's stakes attached here for Blood and Guts, and I would think that should mean that the heels win.
Yeah, Brian says it was. So maybe we just missed it. You would think so. But
what does Minoru Suzuki care?
You're right. Yeah. Well, he just wants to win. In period, does he not?
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, heels should win this one. You know,
this should be like this should be just amping up for like how violent everything is going to be. This should be an extension of the brawl with Jericho and Kingston, and you've got some tremendous talent in here. Sammy Guevara in there with like Yuta and Umino too. Depending on where this is,
the crowd will be incredibly hot for this one. You know, just the personalities involved. We're gonna get a showdown between Eddie Kingston and Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah,
you know. That's going to be crazy. This crowd will I don't know who they're going to cheer for. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a tremendous match.
Will the belt be present?
No, probably not.
Will Juice Robinson be present?
Juice Robinson could pop up on this.
So maybe the belt will show up at the end, perhaps.
Yeah, that's possible. If you're going to shoot that angle on a like quote unquote AEW show.
If there are any titles that are going to change hands on the show that aren't, these unified tag team belts, you would have to, by process of elimination, look at maybe this one being it. Can we see Orange Cassidy being a New Japan act though? Sure, why not?
Yeah,
it's the US title. Who cares, right? Orange Cassidy versus Juice Robinson. I mean, can this US title handle it? It's bounced around so many, 5-10 people.
Well, maybe putting it on Orange Cassidy outsmarts the curse because he's coming off of an injury. So he's at 100%.
I mean, or does it curse him? Does it?
Ospreay doesn't want this thing going into the G1. It's like, I don't need any curse.
Okay. It will be interesting. Yeah. I mean, I could see it actually going both ways, but maybe more leaning towards Ospreay.
Yeah, this is Ospreay's coming off the Nick Wayne match, and this one's going to be. I think this is going to be tremendous. I think this is really going to be amazing.
So at this point now, like I know what the card is. I'm looking at the card for what it is. Like not necessarily comparing it to what I think we all wanted the card to be. And when you just look at the talent on paper, like this is going to be a good show.
Yeah, like I don't see too much like negativity on just like the actual matches itself.
No.
I think it's been very difficult to promote this and cram a lot of people in, and just, it's not been a great build, I think, overall, like where this should be. But the number is going to determine like if this has connected with people and if the build has played any role in their decision to buy the show or not. FTR against the United Empires, Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb and Roppongi Vice, winner take all for the ROH and IWGP Tag Team Championships. I see FTR leaving with both belts here.
I see FTR as well, because I think they'd be a huge benefit to New Japan Pro Wrestling whenever Tag League starts up again, or like, whatever big show that they have on.
Do you think they'd send them for Tag League at the end of the year?
I think they're expendable for that. If anything, I think the thing is, it does take.
I'm not sure after this G1. Like, who is expendable? Like, I thought Lance Archer would not be the extent of it.
Yeah, that's true. I'd love to see Dax in the G1, Dax and Cash in the G1. I think would have been awesome. Yeah. But okay, then maybe not like a Tag League, but at least a big show. I think at this point FTR are, I imagine, big enough that like they'd be an attraction to a New Japan audience. But I would love to see them with all the belts. I mean, it kind of fits with their story this year, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Thunder Rosa against Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. And this is a big match for both to have. Mm-hmm. I think like for Toni Storm, it's, she's had some very good matches. I don't know if she's had that big kind of breakout match, but this could be very good between these two. I think
they're, she's probably looking for this to be the breakout match, and the lone women's match on the show, but it's a very good one. It's one that I think Thunder Rosa has been doing well. Like, she's had good matches, but she's also coming off of some pretty bad press online. If you have kind of been following the Marina Shafir thing that happened, but so I'm sure as always she's looking for a great performance to just get people to change the discussion, and this could be a great match. I don't see a title change happening.
The Young Bucks with El Phantasmo and Hikuleo, they have stated for one night only they are back with the Bullet Club, taking on the Dudes with Attitudes, Darby Allin, Sting, Shingo Takagi, and Hiromu Takahashi, the most wild 8-man this year. And
I think Dudes with Attitudes is for life. Okay, I don't think these two are ever going to leave this.
No, Sting's been a dude with attitude since 1990. He's for life, and Shingo and Hiromu, they're all on board.
Yeah, I could see this one potentially. What do you think this one? This could go anywhere really on the card. But
I feel they've learned with Sting that you can put him. I think the art of these cards that AEW books are who can you put in late on the show, and I think Sting is someone that you can put in late. That this crowd will ultimately be in. You've got the Bucks in here. Like, honestly, you could put this in many different areas of the card. I do look at this and do wonder, because one thing, these shows, they do not shortchange people. And you're looking at these matches, and like, this is going to be a lot of
change people.
Yeah, if anything. This is one I do not worry about going anywhere, because I think this is going to be a pretty incredible 8-man with the Bucks involved, Darby, Hiromu, some of the interactions you're going to get. Like, I'm really excited just to see Nick and Hiromu work together, Shingo involved with the Bucks as well, even a Phantasmo as well. Hikuleo's gotten a lot better. He's going to have his work cut out for him to kind of stand out here when he's really in the spot to kind of be overshadowed by everyone else.
But look at the talent that's in there. Like whoever he's paired in. I mean, Hikuleo,
and he'll be presented as like the big man here. I mean, he's not a giant, but that's kind of his role here.
Yeah, I think that is enough on its own. But I could imagine like maybe Sting working a spot with like, the big tall guy as kind of like a classic, pairing.
Hey, if he's going to jump off somewhere big, someone's got to catch him. That's Hikuleo.
Yeah, Sting and Hikuleo, yeah. But like even like a pairing between Elf and Phantasmo and Darby Allin is incredibly attractive. So yeah, I look forward to it, and I hope that they have a car ride with a camera in it, so I can see I just want to see what dinner is like in catering with these dudes with attitudes.
And Zack Sabre Jr. against the Mystery Man. That will be the subject of much debate when this person is revealed on Sunday night. And I mean, I can't imagine it's going to be a letdown in terms of a match.
Unless it's No, it'll be good. It'll be great. It'll be okay. Let's just say, for instance, maybe it's Claudio Castagnoli. Reaction will be immense. What type of match do you think they'll have? Because I mean, it's been a long time since I would have seen Claudio like work this sort of style of match. A Zack style of match.
I think you've got to work it as like a Zack style, and I think Cesaro would be a tremendous opponent for that kind of style. It'll be something very different on the card. And I would imagine this audience are going to go wild for all of Zack's different submissions. I think like this is a crowd that is designed for that.
And if Excalibur is going to call this, by the way, Chris Charlton and Kevin Kelly will both be a part of the broadcast, but we don't know if it'll be at the same time. God, I hope not. Or if they'll be taking turns. I would just love to see if like Excalibur would be calling this, and whether or not he'd be able to call all of Zack's moves, because like he seems like the type who'd be studying every single thing.
And then the buy-in, we'll just go over the matches here. The Gun Club and Max Caster against Yuya Uemura, Alex Coughlin, the DKC and Kevin Knight, QT Marshall and Aaron Stolo against Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi, and El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru against Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee, starting at 7 Eastern. So this is a very deep card, and it starts at 7 Eastern. We'll probably be going live, hopefully by midnight. That's my goal.
Hopefully on Sunday.
That's the hope. Yes. As we tick the minutes into Monday. All right. We can open up the phone lines now.
We can open up the phone lines. Yeah.
Take some feedback.
Those of you guys who want to